Hey, hi, first graders. I am recording this so I can read a book to you from the Mystery Science, and it has to do with stars. I know this week you're going to start learning about stars, and I will just go ahead and get started. It's a Mystery Science, so let me share my screen. Okay, and here we go.
Hi, it's Doug. Today, you're going to read a story. But this isn't just a story. It's a story about asking questions and learning how to figure out the answers. This story is about Ryan, who goes camping with his dad. At night, he and his dad explore the night sky through a telescope and discover something special about one of the stars in the sky. You're going to read about Ryan's adventure. As you read, you'll also get up and move, look for clues, and talk about your ideas. Let's turn the page and get started.
Hi, my name is Ryan. This weekend, my dad is taking me camping for the first time. We've slept in our backyard before, but we've never camped in the woods together. When we go camping, we'll get to hike. Dad says it's like walking, only better. We'll build a fire and sleep in a tent. While we're packing the car, Dad says, "Don't forget the flashlight. It's going to be dark out there." That gets me thinking. I asked Dad, "What if it's so dark we can't find the flashlight? What if we get lost and can't find our tent?" Dad says, "Don't worry, we'll be okay. The stars will help us." I wonder, how can the stars help someone who is lost at night? Maybe in the woods, the stars are so bright, it's like daytime? Maybe the stars tell you what direction you're going so you can find your way back to the tent. Maybe the stars form arrows that point the way. Stop and think, or if you have someone to talk to that person. How could stars help you find your way at night? Do you have any ideas? I know I've heard about the North Star, and there's definitely some other constellations I've heard of. I wonder how they could help me find my way. I wonder what you thought about. It's a long drive to the campsite. Along the way, there are fewer and fewer houses. There are more and more trees. When we get there, it's almost dark. We're putting up the tent when a ranger comes by. She tells us there's a special star watching program tonight. There will be telescopes to look at the stars. Dad says we can go. Dad says, "This is a perfect time to wear our matching shirts." He finds them in our bag and we put them on. Our shirts show a pattern made up of 7 stars in the sky. It's called the Big Dipper because it looks like a big spoon. Maybe the ranger will show us how the stars can help us if we're lost, I say. If you ask, I'm sure she will, Dad says. When we finish setting up camp, it's dark outside. We hike to where the telescopes are. Lots of other kids and their parents are there. Everyone loves our shirts. We take turns looking through the telescopes. We can see so many stars. Hey, Dad, I can see the Big Dipper, all 7 stars. Get up and move. Pretend you're looking through a telescope at the stars. What do you see? So go ahead, stand up, pick up your telescope, take a peek at those stars up there, see if you can find any constellations. Maybe you can see the Big Dipper, maybe a different constellation, or the North Star, maybe the moon, maybe even planets. The ranger says, I'm going to show you a star that will help you if you ever get lost. It's called the North Star. It's always in the north. I know about north. On our way here, Dad showed me on the map. We drove south away from our house and toward the big trees. So home, south, campsite. Okay. To go home, we'll drive north. Finding the North Star can tell me which way home is. I stare up at the sky. There are so many stars, I say. It's going to be hard to find one special star. The ranger smiles. If you can find the Big Dipper, she says, you can find the North Star. The ranger says, draw a line that connects these two stars in the Big Dipper. The line makes an arrow that points to the North Star. Oh, so this bottom part points to the North Star. Cool. Even though the Big Dipper is in different places in the sky at different times, she says, it always points to the North Star. So even in the fall and the summer, when the constellations are a little bit different in the sky. Here's the Big Dipper. Can you find the North Star? Go ahead and find it, point to it on your screen if you can see it. Think I see it. Here's the Big Dipper. Here's those two stars we use to make an arrow, and it points all the way to this bright one. Cool. If you follow the two stars on the outer edge of the Big Dipper's bowl, you can find your way to the North Star. Now I know the North Star is always in the north. I think about how that could help us find our way back to our campsite. I asked Dad, which way is our campsite from here? He grins and says, it's north of where we are now. I know which way to go, I say. I look up at the North Star and point in that direction. That's right, Dad says. So all we have to do, Dad says, is, I know, I say, follow the North Star. The end. Okay, we're not doing that part. Okay, let's stop the share. Okay, so that was our book from this last Mystery Science. So I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about the North Star and how we can use it to find our way if we're lost. Also, if you want, you can get some support from your parents or someone else and try some of the optional activities or extensions in Mystery Science. I hope you enjoyed that read aloud. I miss all of you. I hope you're doing really great and hope to see you soon. Bye.